for this EXP Explained. It's pretty amazing. So we're changing lives in this company. We're changing the real estate industry, and we're changing the experience for you as the agent. So agents across the country, we've got hundreds of agents joining every week, and we're over 15,000 agents. So it's just been an amazing ride, and it's one of those things where being an entrepreneur and being in the industry, you know, making sure that you're aware of what models are out there and what's going on in the industry is huge. So this doesn't mean that you're ready to leave your brokerage or you're thinking of leaving your brokerage. It just means that the person that invited you here today cares about you, cares about the industry, and just wants to share with you what's going on, right? So let's jump in. I'm going to go ahead and hit share screen, and I'm going to go ahead and share this PowerPoint with you. And here we go. So the first thing I want to do is go over, before I get into the slide presentation, is go over the history of real estate. You know, back in the 60s, real estate franchises were huge, right? Century 21, Coldwell Banker. And then in the 80s, RE/MAX came along with their 100% concept, right? To where you would pay a high desk fee and you get 100% of your commission. In the 90s, you know, Keller Williams came out with the capping system, right? To where you would contribute a certain amount of money to the company, which was called company dollar, and then you would cap, and then the rest of the year you'd be at 100%, right? So it was a little bit less risk and a higher reward than, you know, being at that RE/MAX 100%. And then in the 2010s and beyond is what we are calling the cloud brokerage, right? To where we're you know, removing that brick and mortar, removing a lot of the costs, reallocating those funds back to agents, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that, and just doing things more efficiently, right? So we've got 4 differentiators, and the first one is that we're cloud-based, right? So eXp Realty is cloud-based. We have agent ownership. We're publicly traded. We have revolutionary lead generation systems with our KV Core, and we have unparalleled. I mean, it's not comparative at all, but it's revenue share, which is not profit share. So it's a great way for agents to make passive income. So we'll go ahead and start the presentation. Glenn Sanford is a brilliant guy. He's a techie. He did internet startups. That's where he was before real estate. He's been an agent since 2002. He founded EXP in 2009. But back in 2006, his 4th year in real estate, he did over 60 million in real estate connecting with consumers online. So he's always been very good at that tech piece, right? And his goal was always for agents to be able to do everything they could at a brick and mortar office, but do it in a cloud-based model here and do it more efficiently. So this again is all about agents working more efficiently and you having the tools you need to grow a great business. So let's just look at the timeline. 2009, we launched. 2013, we became publicly traded. 2016, we tripled our agent count. 2018, we went through a rigorous vetting process to where we were uplisted to NASDAQ. And in 2018, Glenn Sanford won Most Innovative Broker of the Year. So it's been pretty amazing. You can see on this slide in 2016, 2017, we tripled our agent count. And we have become the fastest growing brokerage in real estate history. So you can see there that we are in all 50 states and 3 Canadian provinces. So we're pretty proud of that. So our leadership wants us to lead with our core values. And you know what? I'm proud to lead with our core values because you know what? These are our beliefs. This is how our company operates, right? So not all agents are a great fit for our company. So I know that you're checking this out, but it may not be for you because you know what? We are early adopters. We're innovators. We're agile. We're okay with a little bit of chaos and a little bit of change. That's how we are always one step ahead and making sure that our agents are getting the tools and resources they need in an efficient way at a low cost, which is most beneficial to them. We have fun. We're a good neighbor in our community. We truly believe in service. And what I love about this company is they believe in the service that they give to us as agents. So not only are they providing tools for us to help us service our consumers, but they are great service to us. We are sustainable. We talked about that vetting process a little bit You know, to be uplisted to NASDAQ, we had to go through a vetting process. And as our company grows in numbers, our model is sustainable because some parts of our model change as we grow. So that's all set up for sustainability. Collaboration, definitely collaboration versus cooperation. I remember back at a different franchise, we would get orders from corporate and that franchise, and we had to just cooperate with what they wanted. And here at EXP, being partially agent owned and having that agent advisory council, we collaborate on decisions that are made at EXP, which is really, really awesome. And full transparency. That's another thing I love, and that our leadership is accessible up in EXP world, which is amazing. So if you take a look at this slide, you know, innovation is always happening. You know, Blockbuster, if you go back in the day to when you used to go to Blockbuster to get a movie, you would go to get the movie you wanted, and of course they were all gone. They were all rented out because that was the hot movie that week, right? And you missed out on that one, so you went and picked out something that was not so great, right? And then you wait in line and they try to sell you candy and popcorn, and you get to the counter and guess what? You owe a fee, a late fee from last time, right? So those were our experiences. Well, now you don't even have to get in your car. You can use your DirecTV and order that movie for $5.99, or you can just watch it for free on Netflix, right? You're paying a small membership fee and you're getting access to your entertainment right there in real time. And so that's a convenience for you as the consumer. Same thing with Toys R Us and Circuit City. You know, that financially, these companies are being eliminated because of the anytime, anywhere convenience of Amazon, right? And we truly feel that traditional real estate brokerages are going to move to this cloud-based brokerage model. And being first to market is huge. We have the technology, we have the agents, and we're growing by leaps and bounds, and it's simply unbelievable. And it just reminds me of back when Uber came to the market. It was one of those things to where sometimes these new innovative ways of doing things, people are fearful. They're fearful of change. And I just remember when Uber came out, it was like, you know, don't get into an Uber, something will happen to you, right? Now everyone uses Uber. So it's pretty amazing. But when you go from that typical franchise, on the left-hand side, we've got all of these costs that are associated with that typical franchise. You have your national franchise owners, which take 5 to 7% right off the top. You've got your regional owners of recruiters and managers, local business owners, managers and recruiters, educational coordinators, things like that. Then you have the brick and mortar building, all of the equipment, the furniture, the utilities. These are all costs that the typical franchise has. Well, here at EXP, we didn't just create extra money to give back to the agents. What we've done is we've taken all of this money from the left-hand side and we've reallocated that to the agents in the form of technology with our awesome lead generation websites that we give to you for a low $50 a month, revenue share with, you know, passive income, and then of course agent ownership and stock. So this money at EXP, or these funds that we have to give back to the agents and all of these benefits, they just didn't magically appear. What we've done is we've reallocated all of these costs and given them back to the agents. So this is really an agent-centric company. So all of those typical franchise costs, even if you're on an aggressive split right now, you're probably paying for those things somewhere, right? I came across an invoice from one of my previous brokers where I had a desk fee and I had all sorts of monthly fees. And for myself and 2 other agents, my invoice was like $500 a month. I couldn't believe it. So I just came across that the other day. But anyway, so what does this cost, right? How much will this cost me? Well, I just want to get the commission part out of the way. It's an 80-20 commission split, 80% to you, the agent, 20% to the company. You will cap every anniversary year at $16,000, right? So 20% at a time, $16,000 to the company. That would be you bringing in $80,000 in gross commission. 20% of that is $16,000. After you've capped, you will earn 100% commission for the remainder of that anniversary year. Once you've capped, there will be a $250 transaction fee. As those fees accumulate, if you cap at 16 and contribute another $5,000 in transaction fees, which is a total of $21,000, you are eligible for what we call icon status. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that later, but I just wanted to pause for a moment and share that with you, that once you accumulate the $16,000 and $5,000 in fees, which is $21,000, you will be eligible for icon status. On the other side of the slide here, the standard costs. So that's the commission split. Your standard costs are $149 to start up. That includes your first month of technology and your first month of educational fees. So every month you'll be paying for your tech and your education. The total of that is $85 a month. So you've got a $50 tech fee and a $35 university education fee. So it's $85 a month. Then on the unit side, as you close transactions, you'll have a $40 risk management fee, which is also called errors and omissions insurance, and also a $25 broker review. So there's $65 out of each unit, and it's $85 per month. Now, if you look down at the bottom there, it says per transaction cap is $500. That just means that errors and omissions insurance, once you hit about 12 and a half transactions, $40 a transaction, you will cap at $500. They will no longer, during that anniversary year, collect that errors and omissions insurance. So the most they'll collect from you for that risk management fee is $500. So the cloud campus environment, amazing. Again, I just want to pause here and say that this cloud campus environment doesn't change anything for your consumer, other than you are provided with better tools, better accessibility, and it's more efficient for you as an agent. Most of us are operating and doing business in the living room or dining room of our clients, or at Panera or at Starbucks. So really, this is all about you, the agent, and the agent experience, and the agent being the consumer. So here we are, providing you with this cloud-based campus, all of the technology. We've cut that overhead. We've got paperless transactions. But we also have this live training on how to use our CRM, which is KV Core, how to use all of our technology, and how you can grow your business. We even have classes up there with people teaching the 12-week yearbook and all sorts of things to grow your business. Because you know what? Without agents that are productive, this doesn't work, right? So we want you to have huge businesses, and we want you to be able to see that all of these tools at $50 a month, it's a huge value for you, right? So you also have this CRM and lead generation. If you want to look it up online, it's called KV Core. And it's an enhanced conversion website, KUNVERSION, conversion. And it's a powerful lead generation platform. And we've got agents and teams coming over for just this differentiator. For them, it's not about the commission split, and it's not about the rev share. It's about KV Core and this lead generation website. We'll teach you how to make squeeze pages and ads on Facebook, how to market to your folks, and it's unbelievable. So there are teams coming over that are saving thousands a month and only paying that $50 a month for these platforms. So again, that's KV Core and conversion, and it's just a huge game changer for agents. Now you've got your real-time support. The support teams are online up in EXP World, available from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Friday. So when you are having problems with your CRM or your email or something is going on, you've got tech support right there. You've got transaction coordination. You have all of the different departments and specialists up in EXP World there to help you out. So international collaboration, what I love about this is the staff that we have up in EXP World, they're from staff all over the nation. So we really love hiring talented people. And one of the things when you're confined to that local brick and mortar is you are confined to the local talent that you have there, right? For us, we've got international collaboration. The talent pool that we have to choose from for our staff and for our agents is huge. So the agents that are teaching up in EXP World, they are the best agents in the country for that particular subject, right? So you've got just a plethora of information and classes for you as an agent to grow your business. So that's really, really cool. Another thing on this slide I love to share is if you're an agent that wants to sell in multiple areas or multiple states, we are one company and one brokerage, right? Which means that you can sell real estate in multiple cities, multiple states, and still only be subject to that one cap. So if you know of teams that have these expansion teams and have a team in Michigan and another team in Florida and then another team in Charlotte, right? Those teams could save a lot of money and be in one system with one staff, here at EXP, and it's just very smooth and seamless, and they love it. So we have a lot of mega teams coming over just for that. I mentioned a little bit about our Agent Advisory Council. This is a panel of agents made up of 12 people from a variety of production levels and areas across the country. So it's a great representative of our agents. Now, a lot of agents ask me, Jacqui, how do you have culture when it's a cloud-based brokerage? I mean, don't you miss people? Don't you miss being face-to-face? Well, you know what? We have two different ways that we communicate here at EXP. The first one is EXP World, and you have an avatar, and that's where you attend meetings and attend classes, and that's live. And then the second thing we have is Workplace by Facebook. Now, we all speak Facebook, and we all know that we have relationships through Facebook. We've all gotten business from our relationships through Facebook. And so what Facebook has done is provided this platform called Workplace that EXP has adopted greatly, and actually Facebook uses us as an example for a lot of their other corporations on how to use this great platform. But we have, special groups to discuss topics. We have, you can broadcast live video just like you can do Facebook Live, you can do Workplace Live. So this is where we form our tribes and we form our culture, and we have relationships not only with agents that are in our local market, but we have relationships with agents all across the country. So we share ideas. If I'm having a problem with my website, or I'm designing my signs and I want opinions of others in my company, this is a private Facebook platform that is only with EXP agents, and it's amazing. So you'll really love the Facebook Workplace platform. It's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about, what about this stock? What's the stock opportunities, right? So there's a few different ways that you can obtain EXPI stock. It is uplisted to NASDAQ, so you can definitely just go to your broker and purchase EXPI stock, or you could do Ameritrade online and just purchase it publicly, and anyone can do that. But how do I, as an agent, earn stock as an equity award? Well, of course, it's through things that you're doing every single day. You're going to earn shares on your first transaction when you close your first transaction. You're going to earn shares when you fully cap, right? And then you're also going to earn shares when, if you sponsor an agent, they close their first transaction, you'll also earn shares. So things that you do every day as an agent, you're going to get awarded shares of stock. Now, from the date those are awarded, you will need to remain an EXP agent for at least 3 years until those equity awards are vested, right? And then at that time, you could cash them in. So they're only redeemable after 3 years of vesting, right? Icon Agent Award, I touched a little bit about on Icon Agent. So you've contributed that $16,000 in your cap to the company or company dollar. And then you were charged those $250 transaction fees. And now you've been charged, up to $21,000 by EXP in that anniversary year. Well, that makes you eligible for this Icon status. And what this is if you apply for Icon status, at the end of that contribution, you could be awarded back $16,000 of EXP stock. Now let's all pause a moment and really think about what that means. That means that if you were at a company, the company you're at right now, and you contributed your cap of $16,000 to them, and they said to you, you know what, Jacqui, thank you so much for being an Icon agent. We want to award you and thank you by giving you even more ownership in our company. And we would like to give you that cap that you paid us this year back in the form of stock. Oh, and by the way, we're open to doing that every single year that you're at EXP, right? That's huge. And one of the things is my husband Ryan and I, we've been at several different brokerages. We've been at several different franchises. and not once were we offered ownership in the company or been invited to the table. We weren't even offered ownership to purchase, right? Here, they're awarding you ownership. So this is huge. It's like working for free and then some, right? So it's awesome. And last but not least, the agent equity program. You know, you can take out of that 80% commission that's yours, the agent portion, you can contribute up to 5% where EXP will hold that aside and they will purchase stock for you at a 20% discount, which is awesome. So let's talk about the other form of equity, and this is through revenue share and passive income. Revenue share is different than profit share. Revenue is off of the top. So if you think about the old franchise model that we talked about, the gross commission that comes in, those franchise companies are taking money right off the top and they always get paid. Doesn't matter the market, doesn't matter the transaction, they are always paid because that revenue is taken from the top. Where other models, you know, they then take their budget and all of the gross commission comes through the budget and then they profit share anything that's profit with the agents. Well, here, the agents participate in revenue share. And what that means is if I attract an agent to the company and they are producing revenue and bring in commission off of the top, I would receive 3.5% of that gross commission. So here, because we're not a franchise model and we are doing agent revenue sharing platform, you can earn revenue off of the agents that you attract to the company. So I'm just going to do a quick little example to where you are the orange circle on this screen and you've attracted me and I'm in your tier 1 and I'm a capping agent. So if I produced $80,000 in gross commission income, contributed 20% to the company, of that 20% that I've contributed to the company, you would receive $2,800 or 3.5% of that gross commission, right? And you would receive that each and every year. Every year when I reset, that's when I would start contributing to your revenue share again, right? And a lot of agents ask, if I attract an agent, do they have to be a capper to participate in revenue share? The answer is no. If you attract an agent and they do one deal and they close a transaction, you will receive revenue from that transaction. The other question is, do I have to be a capping agent to receive revenue share? No. There is a minimum production level. You have to be a producing agent. It's 2 units every 6 months or a minimum of 10,000 GCI to be a receiving agent of revenue share. But there are no capping requirements for agents to either participate or receive, right? So now let's just hypothetically say you are the orange circle again. If you look over to the right, I'm the little white circle in the center there in your tier 1. If you look over to the right, I've attracted 2 agents into your tier 2. Well, the cool part is as you attract agents, your revenue share can grow 7 levels, okay? So in this example, since you have 5 in your tier 1 and I've attracted 2 people in your tier 2, and which gives you a total of 3 there, you can earn up to $3,200 on your tier 2, right? And so that this example is if we have capping agents in our revenue share tree. And if you look here, tier 1, you will always earn that 3.5%. Tier 2, once you get over 5 in your tier 1, your tier 2 is unlocked and you earn 4%, which is up to $3,200. Tier 3 will be unlocked once you have 10 in your level 1 or tier 1. Tier 4 will be unlocked once you have 15 in your tier 1, right? So as you attract agents in your tier 1, it will unlock levels as you go down, right? So that's a really cool model. If you want any further explanation on that, there's some videos on my YouTube channel. You can just look up Jacqui Bowman and you can find a little bit more there. But I just want to, before we end here, we've got another 3 or 4 minutes. Thanks for hanging with me, by the way. Welcome to our EXP world. Now this EXP world, the software is created and powered by Verbella. Now Verbella made that crazy game called Pokemon Go where kids were running into things, you know, out in the middle of the marketplace, right? But we are proud that we have acquired Virbela, and we own the technology. EXPI World Holdings now owns Virbela, which is awesome. So we actually own the technology that they've created for us for our EXP world. And if you look here to the right, you can see we have large-scale meetings in our auditorium. We have daily training. And again, you're as an avatar up in our cloud campus, communicating with people, using the specialized departments and resources. We have tech support, we have agent services, we have transaction coordination, accounting. There's all different departments there, and you just use your avatar, walk up into EXP World, and people are there to help you. So it's just a really, really cool software. You can work anytime, anywhere. We also have a mobile app, so if there's a meeting that you can't attend on your laptop, you can open the mobile app and you can listen in on the meeting there. It's amazing. So we also have, in addition to EXP World, which is where you attend classes and meetings, we have our Workplace by Facebook, is where you collaborate and you have your culture and communicate and you find your EXP family. But we also have our back end office, which is amazing. It is called EXP Enterprise. And that is where you can access our transaction management. We use SkySlope and DigiSign for digital signatures and electronic transactions. You have your access to Workplace by Facebook. You would access your KV Core and your lead generation and CRM. And then you can also access our breakthrough broker. So if you check out Enterprise here, you can see it's just a really quick point and click, very easy to use. You can keep track of your equity awards, your commissions, your caps, your agent details on all of your transactions. You've got access to SkySlope. This is all included in that $50 a month fee. You can review transactions from your device. The marketing and branding is through Breakthrough Broker. If you'd like to write down Breakthrough Broker, you can research that as well. All you need to do is plug in your information, drop in your profile picture, and bam, you have all of this great co-branded technology and flyers that you can use for all of your presentations. So it's pretty cool. So I just wanted to end this with thanking you for staying for the 26 minutes. I want you to thank the person that invited you, and just know that you may have seen a model today that you didn't think was going to interest you, and it does. Or you may have seen a model today that you're like, you know what, I want nothing to do with this. Like, this is not me. And, you know, if you're not an early adopter and you're not an innovator, entrepreneur, you know, you might not be attracted to this model. But if you are, and you're kind of uncomfortable with the fact that now you're attracted to this model, there's a few things that you can do. The first thing you want to do is just let the person that sent you to this webinar know that you have a little bit further interest. The second thing you can do is go to join.exprealty.com. Now, just because you click on that doesn't mean you're actually joining. What that means is that you're interested. You're raising your hand and you're saying, you know what, please send me the independent contractor agreement. Please send me your documents so that I can review and see exactly what this is about in black and white on paper, right? And so what will happen when you click on that join application? Well, you're in the dark. No one sees that you did that, except for the person that attracted you to EXP. They will get a notification. And the broker in your state for EXP will get a notification that you have filled out a join app. And what they do is they take your license number and make sure that you don't have any violations, you're not suspended, that kind of thing. Once they approve that join app, you will then be sent that independent contractor agreement. If you decide after you review the agreement you don't want to join, that's okay. If you read over the agreement and you have questions, you can ask the agent that sent you here, or you can ask myself, David Best, Lou Ronayne. We're here to help you, and we'd love to answer your questions for you. So that's what the Join app's about. I hope that you enjoyed this today, and if it's something for you, you know, go ahead and take, you know, this is an ego risk. This is not a financial risk at all. But you know, the agents that have taken this risk and joined EXP, we're changing lives. This revenue share has changed so many lives. The stock, we now have something, you know, for our retirement. The technology and the things that are provided to us for that $50 and $35 a month is huge. So I would encourage you to just go ahead and ask more questions and explore and see if this is right for you. So thanks, everyone. Happy New Year. Thanks for joining me. And hopefully we'll be chatting soon. Thanks, everyone.